Oh, me and my mate had a bit of a talk about the day with Johnny Binden. Sometimes, it doesn't matter about Binden being dead, this, that, and the other. It's about sometimes people piss you off, you know what I mean? And my mate was like really giving it to me. He said, Binden put you on your arse twice. I said, no, never. I said, Binden put me on my arse once, mate. And I said, that was outside of Cromwell in Cromwell Road. So what's the big thing about it anyway? He went, yeah, but then you went up to his club, right, with Mickey Johnson, your father-in-law, right? And to meet Alan Stanton, who had the club with Johnny Binden. Alan Stanton's my pal. I was away with Alan Stanton. Yeah, I can remember that. He said, you went in the club, had a go at Bindon, and then Bindon come over, hit you on the chin and stuck it, you put you on your arse. I was, you're mad. That never happened, mate. That never, ever happened. Bindon has never, ever put me on my arse twice. Never. Once outside the Cromwell, and I said the only time he really bashed me up and put me in intensive care is when he done me in Kingston, right, with the iron bar, right, from my back, behind my back. I know it's about winning the fight and all that game, no Queensbury walls and all that, mate, but he come behind me and done me with an iron bar, right? Okay, he bashed me up bad, intensive care, you know what I mean? Okay, he ain't done me no other times, mate. Yes, he did. He said he'd done you in the club. He come out and punched you in the chin, you hit the floor. I said, you was with Mickey Johnson, Danny's old man. I went, listen, there's no way that he done me, no, he didn't do me in the club. Never. Never, ever. I said, I wouldn't stand with that shit anyway. You know what I mean? I wouldn't stand that. No way, he didn't do it, right? So anyway, we had a row, and I went back on a video that I was supposed to have made, and it says that I done it, he hit me on my arse, and we had a little fight in there, but I said, look, I can't remember that. I said, I don't know where that shit come from, but I don't know where it come from, right? And it ain't me, right? Bindon, me and Bindon, right? Every time we met, we had a fight, and I'd always beat Bindon, always, right? He couldn't beat me, mate. The only way he could beat me was plunge me up, was stab me up, or when he come from behind, done me with an iron bar, yeah? I know, I know what Binner's like, mate. I've seen him with Jimmy Ward. When him and Jimmy Ward had a fight over the common. You know what I mean? When he stabbed Jimmy Ward up. Jimmy Ward was getting the better of him. And he stabbed him up, yeah? Because that's Bindon, isn't it? That's Bindon. He can never fight Bindon. And he can hit. He can hit. Anybody that put me on my arse, he can hit. Because I don't get my arse much, mate. I don't think I'll be on my arse at all more than once or twice. Right? He said, no, anyway, so we get on and on about the club and with Bindon. And I'm telling him, mate, no way did Bindon put me on my arse again. He didn't do it, mate. I wouldn't. No, he couldn't do it. He could not do it. He couldn't do it. You know what I mean? No way. You know. I'll be aware of it, mate. I'll be aware. If he put me on my arse once outside the Cromwell, I'll be aware of it, and I'll watch him. So if he come running towards me, I'll be aware of it, and come over and bang him straight away. No, he couldn't get away with that again, mate. Anyway, so we had a row. I played that video again. He went, you're saying. I said, I don't know where that video's come from. I don't know where that video come from, but it ain't the truth, yeah? That never happened. No way. You know what I mean? Listen. Me and Bindon, yeah? I mean, with my father-in-law, when Bindon was with my father-in-law, yeah? Bindon was okay. When I see him at my father-in-law's house, yeah? After we've had 3 or 4 fights, me and Bindon, right? He was ill. He looked as if, it's all over finished, mate, you know what I mean? And of course, he died. A lot of people say he died of AIDS. Johnny Binden, you know what I mean? He died of AIDS, and that's it, mate. But he's rough. It was really rough, yeah? When I say it was really rough, he was rough, but he done me with an iron bar, you know what I mean? But I suppose that in the end of the day, that's the only way he could do me. He couldn't have done me any other way, you know what I mean? And, I suppose if Bindon was together, he might have killed me. He might have killed me. It's fucking hell, man. I was in intensive care for so long, you know what I mean? I lost so much blood. He just smashed me to pieces, and you know, and a very good friend of mine bashed him up, put him in hospital. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know. Anyway, you know, Bindon. It's it's all like, you know, like you go back all these years and with my father-in-law and all that. You know what I mean? It's like I can't imagine, you know, how it come to what it come to. You know, the father-in-law. Man, I'm gonna do another video about the father-in-law. Yeah, I just can't imagine. Even though I've done videos and videos about the father-in-law, but I just can't imagine that me and my father-in-law would fight like we did. You know what I mean? Over his daughter. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It was, and not only much. It wasn't over my daughter as such, right? It was over because I was with a company and I was getting things that he wanted. Yeah. Anyway, bang bang roll, nice one.